it's good for you. Anyhow, Pinot Noir, as I said, you know the grape variety. I suppose this is the fashionable variety in the world today. And I think that Pinot Noir is clearly so much more difficult to make than, it's probably easier to make something, you know, a Syrah or Cabernet or something fruity and rich and powerful. But I think it's more difficult to work on the elegance. And I think that this is a fine example because due to this particular terroir, it's really suitable. And what we're about to taste now is 2010, which was more of a classic vintage. Because when you get too much sun, of course the wines get a bit more richer and opulent, and they can be quite sexy and enjoyable in their own way. But I think it's harder to make, as I said, anyone can make concentration and richness, but to make elegance, it's much more difficult. And I think that this is more of what I would call a Burgundian interpretation, because it's not an overpowering wine. You have much more what I would call a feminine wine. It's sexy, it's suggestive. You have much more on those red fruity flavors, more like the raspberry, the wild raspberry. I think you get once again what I like to call the minerality, those earthy notions of things growing in the earth, like ginger, licorice root. It's still youthful, but I think it's a wonderful perfume. You know, it's something enticing that, you know, invites us to drink more of it. Of course, this is something that will develop with grace and display more notes of truffle and smoke and as it ages. But now we have it in the glass, so we won't keep it for more than a minute. But I think again, tasting and appreciating Pinot Noir is also more difficult than some other wines, as it's never what we call full-bodied. A lot of people judge wine for, you know, body and structure and color, but it has the flavor intensity, it has the length, and I think it's you know, very supple. You know, tannins are nicely integrated and smooth, and we have the persistence on the palate, the length, and that beautiful sweet fruit coming back on the palate. So it's once again bravissimo Alessandro, grazie mille, bravissimo. Per un vino molto elegante, molto fino, molto sexy.
Salute. Salute to you and to everybody. Thank you for coming again. Salute. 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 The white wine. You insist with the wine.
White wine is a very beautiful wine.